Welcome to Cherie's weight loss journey. I'm leaving work early because I got PTO. Yes, leaving work early. This morning, and a few times yesterday, I get into these conflicts with these young men, right? These young men that don't want to work, right? And I'm trying to explain to them, like, look, if you don't want to do your job, why don't you let somebody else do it, right? And so he was like, well, what do you mean, right? So a lot of them have been doing jobs that had allowed them, the flexibility and the leniency, to stand around talking and chit-chatting. And so, Amazon has been cutting back on the staff, for sure, okay? And so anyway, when they start cutting back on the staff, there's like a reorganization happening, right? And what they do is, people get additional work assignments, right? So this guy, he's taking totes off of my conveyor belt and replacing it with another stack, right? Now, I'm at a station that has all of these dirty totes. These dirty totes mean you can't use them. You cannot use them. Okay? So, not only did you have to pull it down, put it on the rack, and then realize, oh, that doesn't work, you got to pull another one. Right? So they have this really bad habit of not being able to check that their totes are valid, workable totes. I'm like, what is this? How come y'all can't check the totes that are workable and usable, and you got people putting in all of this extra effort, pulling them out, pushing them over to the side, and then you start asking people who don't know what the hell they're doing, because I asked him, I said, why you take those totes off of there and put another stack on there? He said, I don't know, I was just told to fill up the totes, in my spare time. We're supposed to walk around here, and if we see something that needs to be done, we just do it. Okay, so I go in kind of hard on the young man, right? Telling him, first of all, you need to know what you're doing first and why you're doing it. And, and it wasn't the fact that I was using bad words. It was my tone. Right? My tone was hard, right? And of course, whenever I use that tone, I get a lot of, I don't know, I'm just doing this, and so of course, I don't like ignorance. I really don't. Not when I'm in that mood. Oh, no. Shoot, I'm like, what the hell? You don't know. You don't like your job. How long you been here? Right? He said, I've been here for 3 years, 3.5 years. I said, me too. I said, but I like my job. And I want to do my job correctly. And if you're putting on dirty totes on my conveyor belt, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Right? So, anyway, I started looking for a manager, right? Because I done laid in and into him for about 10 minutes, right? Talking strong and hard, right? I already know this little homie is gonna go back to his buddies, right? He's gonna go back to these other guys and tell them how I tore into him, right? So I'm looking for my manager so I can ask her to put me on another floor, right? So I'm talking to my manager, right? And his other homie, right? He coming by here 2 times while I'm standing here talking to my manager, trying his best to listen in. And I had to just outright tell the homeboy, I said, homeboy, I want to talk to my manager in private. He was like, oh, okay. So, anyway, I was like, look, I'm so sick and tired of these people. I said, every time I work on this floor, you know, they always make me work double hard just to do substandard work. You know, I've been telling you about this since the time I came working on this floor, and yet it ain't got no better. I want you to put me on another floor. She's like, oh, okay. I said, are you going to put me on another floor? She was like, oh, right now? I said, yes, right now. She was like, okay, I got a station for you. So I go down to another floor, and oh my gosh, down there on the other floor, you know, I'm blazing over 100 pieces per hour, 400 pieces per hour, no problem, right? All the way through to break time, right? I did not go under like 360 and didn't have to do no stops, okay? But after break time, I wasn't at my station a half an hour and had got stopped 4 times. And I was like, okay, I'm going home. I'm going home. I can go home and still get paid. I got PTO. So this is why I'm out here, you know, enjoying myself now. Yeah. Because I'm going to tell you, the little bullshit things, the little bullshit games that these boys are playing, you know, I'm going to call them out. Now, I done already found out one of them, they had got rolled up last week, right, for pulling bullshit. Okay, just like that. Not wanting to do their work, you know, going through the warehouse, you know, using the floor, you know, stopping all the work and everything just so they can go chit chat with somebody else on the other side of the building. Like they couldn't walk all the way around, they had to walk across the floor. So anyway, yeah, I'm like cool beans, right? Because every time my work has to stop, right, I have to create an andon, right, to let them know that, you know, take this off of my time, you know, just take it off. I don't care, right? I'm not going to be the one sitting up here being told, oh, you know, you weren't doing nothing. Me, I'm going to release until it says, okay, do you want to create an andon? Because we can't release your work. And I'm like, yeah, right? Then they come over there like, oh, Did you need something? Right? I'm like, oh, was you out there on the floor? Right? Because I'm still going to have to create an add-on in order to account for my productivity. You know, that's all there is to it. I'm not going to sit up here and play games with them. It's not my job to do that. So, yeah. I'm glad I had a chance to talk about it. But, you know, these guys, you know, they think that the warehouse is their territory. Yes, they do. And they will, you know, act like, you know, well, we'll let the pretty young girls come in, but, you know, we'll get rid of the rest. And, you know, I'm like, what? What? You know, you think this is your territory? Bet. Okay? Because they've been doing this for 4 years now. And they even use this same method to harass women. Just so they can have access to their vagina. Yeah. That's one of the things they do. If they can get you fired, you can best believe they will also use those same methods in order to coerce females into giving them their pleasure that they demand. And this is a demand. This ain't an ask. You don't be manipulative like this and want to say, oh, you know, we're in a love relationship. Huh? Anyway, I definitely had to talk about this, right? Because this is insane. The things that, you know, these guys will do. And like I said, you know, when I come in there, everything's going to change. It's going to change or you going to go. Right? You're either going to sit down or get laid down. And, but they think, oh, you know, we're all in collaboration with this, you know, we'll all work together, make her look like she's crazy and stuff like that. But no, I'm not crazy. You know, you don't want me to be crazy. Huh. No, you don't. So, I feel really good now because, you know, by me going to another floor, you know, I showed that, you know, if there wasn't that sabotage going on, and every time I go to another floor, it's right after a major complaint about not being able to do my work because the tasks that these other people are doing are interfering with my work. Okay? So yeah. I was hoping I'd be able to stay until 6 o'clock. But it's not that important. For me to stay there till 6 o'clock or for me to just leave. It's just not. And the thing that really bothers me about this is, yes, they're mostly old men that would do shit like this. But when I see young men doing shit like this, and I'm like, man, you young enough to go out here and chase down what you want, you know? Why are you using the fucking workplace in order for you to hunt for vagina? Everybody in that place got to make their money. It bothers me a lot. And you could see them too. They be trying to look all boyish and stuff when you come at them. And I'm like, I ain't got no sons. I ain't got no sons. So you can't be sitting up there trying to draw upon, that little boyish, I could be your son. No, I ain't got no sons. You better listen to me and listen good. Yeah. And don't let me have to do this again. Because I say what I mean and I mean what I say. So anyway, today yesterday I had made 2 portions of the egg and sausage breakfast, and I had the rest of that. And then I had made an extra serving of the chicken thighs. So I put that in a salad. And yeah, I didn't have to cook today. So I was really happy about that. And going home. I was a little disappointed yesterday because I didn't check my schedule. Amazon's not doing too great, right? They had Prime Time, and they had added onto my schedule some OT, and I didn't realize that they had taken it off. Not sure when they did it, but whenever they did it, by the time I had checked it when I got to work, I was like, oh man, I woke up early just to get here and do, a little OT, and these suckers then took it away. But see, that's the sign. That's the signs right there. When you have when you have people doing the fuck shit, right? They will make your business suffer. They really will. Like right now, Amazon, they have a whole bunch of women working there, right? And all of the men, and that was another thing. Let me tell you, it just popped into my mind what this guy told me. This guy told me, well, your work is easy. I said, if my work is so easy, why aren't you doing it? He's like, oh no, because I'm doing this. I'm like, exactly. What was he doing? Walking around, picking up fallen items. They just now told him to start putting totes on the conveyor. So, when they're just walking around and they ain't got nothing to do. And he didn't even want to do that. You understand what I'm saying? And my mind still goes to, this boy don't like his job. He don't like his job, and he don't want to work. So, what do you expect Amazon to do? Pay you to sit on your laurels? They think, right? And when I told my boss what was going on, and I told her, I said, look, these guys, right, they're not your family. Now, this lady, my boss, right, I think she lost about, she must have lost about 50 pounds, right? She used to be quite heavy. But a lot of times, we all know that, a lot of people will eat emotionally, right? Or to protect themselves, right? She's a very attractive young woman. And she ain't really young. She's about 30. I think I asked her one time how old she was, and I think she told me she was 32. And she had got a health scare, so she said she had to lose weight. I was like, yeah, me too, you know. And but you know, here's the thing, right? If she has spent, you know, most of her life being overweight, being shunned by men, you know, now she's in another arena because she done lost her 50 pounds. And these men, you know, they want to manipulate, right? And it may not be manipulation to get between her legs. No, it might not be. What it might be is to manipulate her, you know, like a puppeteer, right? Because these men, they think they think they're gangster, right? They really do. They think they're gangster, but this time they think they're sweetback. That's what they think. They think they're sweetback, and that they're just gonna sweet talk women into just letting them have all the cushy jobs, stand around not do their job, right? When they don't do their job, then everybody in the fucking building suffers. Because they want to be on jobs where they don't have to do a quota, right? That's the only time that you can lollygag and not talk, is if you get an assignment that doesn't require you to have to do a quota, right? Otherwise, you know, you're gonna have to push it like every, you know, every 10 minutes. I mean, every 10 seconds, every 15 seconds, you know, you got to produce. Damn. They done stopped all of the access across the damn freeway. Oh, shit. Okay. I spent time loop-de-looping this morning on this fucking shit because of the construction. A lot of construction. And because I had even stopped coming this way, you know, I lost track on reading up to find out, you know, what closures, what detours were being made. And that's how I got caught up in doing these loop-de-loops because of the construction. But you know, I wouldn't have known that they had, you know, just stopped all feeder road through traffic across the freeway. But that's what they did. No problem. Long as I don't run out of electricity. But you know, that was one of the things I was talking about with this other girl named Cherie at the job, right? I was telling her, I said, hey, you know, I had to go to freeway today because I was running late. And she was like, yeah, you know, I hate running late. I usually go to back streets. I said, but no, you know, I have an electrical car, right? And I can't speed down the highway without it burning up, not burning up, but draining my battery. And she was like, oh yeah, that's why I just can't, I don't even know how these people do these electrical cars. I said, yeah, the faster you go, the faster your battery will drain. And I'm telling you, the road rage on the freeway this morning, right? They would come up all the way behind me and flash their brights on me, and then go around me, and then go right in front of me, and then take off. I was like, okay, but I can't do that. Okay, I cannot. I can't just speed because you can't go to the other 3 lanes, because it was 4-lane highway in one direction, just because you don't want to change lanes. And I guess that might be part of the reasons why I was a little bit hostile this morning, right? It's like, no. They tried to push me around on the freeway. Now that I'm here at work, don't be trying to push me around, because I'm a push back. So yeah. I'm telling my boss, I'm like, look, occasional malfunction, that's something that I understand. But repetitive malfunctionings, I don't understand it. I just got to believe, that that's human error, not computer error. And she was like, yeah. Then I was like, so I asked her, I said, I was looking for a PA, and I couldn't find a PA. She was like, well, my PA is working on other floors, And I was like, what? I said, yesterday when I was here, or she mentioned it, she was like, well, I don't know how they do it on the back half, but they said that, it's similar. I was like, what? The back half, because I was working yesterday, they had 3 PAs walking around here watching us. And before I left, I told her, hey, it looks like they're setting you up for failure. Can I please go to another floor right now? She was like, well, why do you want to go to another floor? I said, because for whatever reason, I don't know, those other floors, I don't have a third of the problems that I have up here on your floor. And I hope she thinks about that. I hope she does. Because it was only 2 weeks ago when I had was informed that I could request to go on another floor. I really don't care what floor I work on. I just want to be left alone and do my job. That's about it. And I see Amazon as like a paid way to get some exercise too, right? That's one of the reasons why I'm like not looking for another job. It's like, yeah, I could do 10 hours of some hard exercise and stay in shape and get paid for it. But not when these motherfuckers got you stopping and starting every 5-15 minutes. Like, what? And every time they send me to another floor, and there's not that same problem that I have on the fourth floor where I work. I went to some stations, man, they had big ass fans flowing into these stations, and I was like, dang, we got these little itty bitty, portable fan things. They're about 6 inches, and that's supposed to cool you down. And they don't have the air conditioning. I don't know. I think they put the air conditioning on like 70, 78. And it's like still hot. But yeah, this whole video is about the fucking job. So anyway, I'm almost home, and I'll go ahead and upload this video. Like I said, I had my sausage and egg whites, and I had my chicken thigh salad mixed with the egg, 4 cups of cheese, 2 tablespoons of sunflower seeds, and some cabbage, and yeah, it was good. I still have some left over, and I'm gonna eat that later on tonight. And call it a wrap. It's a wrap without the tortilla. Why? Because I can't eat no carbs, no tortillas. Okay. Bye now.